My mother name is Mrs. Alaklashmi. She is 24 years old, got admitted in CMCH on 3rd February 2026 with the chief complaints of less fetal movement and stomach pain. Her educational status is studied till 8th standard. Her husband name is Ranjan. He is 28 years old. His occupation is a driver. Her EDD, her LMP is 1/6/2025 and her EDD is 8/3/2026. Her obstetrical score G3, P2, L2 and A0. Week of gestation 36 weeks. Family medical history of hypertension, preeclampsia, blood disorder and gestational diabetes mellitus. Present history: she maintains proper oral hygiene and personal hygiene. She having a mixed diet. She don't have any allergy for any items. Her sleeping pattern is little disturbed. She don't have any tobacco chewing, alcohol consumption, any habits. In menstrual history, she age in menarche is 15 years. She her regular cycle, duration of cycle is 28 days cycle. Marital history: she married. Duration of the marriage is 9 years. Sexual history: she maintains good relationship with her husband. Contraceptive: she don't use any hard contraceptives. Past medical history: she had no past medical history but having a surgical history of 2 lower section cesarean section. Past obstetrical history: she has 2 female children. There is no complication during antepartum, intranatal and postpartum period. Present medical history: Mrs. Alaklashmi got admitted in CMCH on 3rd February 2026 with the chief complaints of decreased fetal movement and back pain and stomach ache. Present obstetrical history: in first trimester there is no complication. In second trimester she having muscle cramps and back ache. In third trimester frequency of maturation but the fetal movement is less. Physical examination: general appearance, her height is 150 cm, weight 60 cm. Activity is little bit normal. In physical examination, the findings are less activity, dry skin, dry lips, and she is having muscle cramps and muscle pain. In obstetrical examination and antenatal examination, there is no deviated findings seen. In investigation, the blood investigation, her blood group is B positive. She is always positive mother. HP level is 10 ml, 10 GDL. Urine test, albumin is absent, sugar is absent. In ultrasound examination, in first trimester, fetal pulse present, heartbeat present. In second trimester, placenta location anterior, no anomalies. In third trimester, cephalic presentation, oligohydramnios is identified. Her non-stress test is reactive normal. Now we are going to see about the disease condition oligohydramnios. Oligohydramnios is defined as reduced amniotic fluid than the normal level. Etiology: anyone?
Hypertensive disorder, dehydration, idiopathic post-term pregnancy.
In pathophysiology, the volume of amniotic fluid increased steadily until 33 weeks. That leads to volume of amniotic fluid at term approximately 500 ml. That leads to predominantly comprised of the fetal urine output. That leads to fetal breathes and swallows the amniotic fluid. That leads to too much or too little fluid. That leads to oligohydramnios. Now the clinical manifestation.
Small uterine size, less fetal movement. The uterus is full of fetus, mild presentation.
Okay, for fetal full of uterus means whenever you are doing an antenatal examination, visibly we can identify because there is no amniotic fluid or little amniotic fluid present in the abdomen. So that's why we are doing an examination. We can identify the full of uterus, the baby it will be covered. Okay, yes.
Anyone diagnosis for the oligohydramnios?
Diagnosis: history collection, watery or bloody stained vaginal discharge, hypertension, preeclampsia, family history.
For the oligohydramnios.
Antepartum fetal surveillance, growth ultrasounds, Doppler rheometry, amnio infusion, low sodium diet, increased protein intake, water-rich foods.
The management the patient had is antepartum fetal surveillance, growth ultrasounds, amnio infusion. In diet management, the patient has intense hydration, water-rich fruits like watermelon, cucumbers, vitamin C rich fruits and low sodium diet. Now the nursing diagnosis: fluid volume deficit, activity intolerance, risk for fetal gas exchange, disturbed sleeping pattern, knowledge deficit, anxiety-related disorder, ineffective coping pattern.
Every mother needs the baby should be healthy and healthy delivery should be needed. So that it should not be there means the mother will feel a depression. So that we have to give her emotional support. So I hope everyone understand about the oligohydramnios. Is it? Thank you.